And welcome inside Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the home opener for 2017 between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's time for Dodger baseball. Next, John Jay is at the plate as he looks at ball one. Now a flare out to left center. Hernandez on the move. He can't get to it. This one's down. Digging in now, Jose Iglesias. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 1-1 now to Iglesias. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Forsythe backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Now at the plate, Chris Bryant. First chance for him here with a runner at first and one gone. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
That's a big pitch right there in this situation. I may see him come back with that. This hitter's so amped up, ready to go. Nice job of pulling the string.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Just a tick behind for a strike.
It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. If you got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him.
And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. In to score the runner from third. Digging in the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Circle change too low, ball one. Ready with the 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Hernandez has a beat on it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. Striding in, Jason Hayward. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. The tag, and he is out. Now to the plate, Kike Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Well, Harold, as we take a look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, and I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix the pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Looks at a curveball called for a strike.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Kike Hernandez is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Trace Thompson comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
This is a tough combination, and it's important for him to stay down in the zone. If he does, he'll have great success. Because the sinker and the changeup, they come out on the same plane when it's thrown properly. And that's really hard for a hitter to read.
Phillips ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
The shortstop.
So striding in, Corey Seager. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And that's taken for strike one.
That curveball just froze him. That's one of those big curveballs you're expecting to go start at you like this one did and break all the way down to the bottom of the plate.
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
For the Cubs,
he'll lead things off against Kenta Maeda.
Wilson Contreras.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1. Here's Brandon Phillips. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. A little bouncer. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Here's Howie Kendrick. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Chopped weakly to the left. Turner comes up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's Steve Pearce now. He'll match up with John Lester now to lead off the inning.
Designated hitter.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Into the box now, Prince Barton. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that is through into right field for a single. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. On the move is Hayward. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Settling in now, Justin Turner. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. In now is John Jay. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Center fielder, John Jay.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away. Striding in once again, Jose Iglesias. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Here's Chris Bryant now. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Hit hard back up the middle. Scooped up. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Anthony Rizzo. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. 1-0 count. Here it is. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Gutierrez racing back. Leaps high at the wall as he makes the catch. And he took away extra bases right there. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out. Stepping up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Started to go around there. Appeal down to first. Yes, sir, says the first base umpire. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
I really like his game plan. You can clearly see his game plan was, I'm going to bust him inside. And he's done that, and we're already in the third inning and continues to pound the ball in.
So he sets him down swinging. Yasmani Grandal is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. Logan Forsythe comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Kike Hernandez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. Phillips ranging into the outfield. He's got it. A great running play. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He hit a sac fly earlier.
The designated hitter, Ben Zobrist.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, but less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike. And he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Little tapper down the first baseline, but that one rolls foul. Another 0-2 home. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1.
You know, there aren't many guys that can just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled him. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
This is pulled into right, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Digging in to try it again. Jason Hayward. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Line towards center field. And this is down in front of Gutierrez. It's a base hit. Digging in for his second at-bat. Wilson Contreras comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a bunt attempt here. Only played at first, so the sacrifice works that time. Here's Brandon Phillips. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike 1. Soft liner towards center. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And the run is in to score from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. Here's Howie Kendrick. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Softly hit down to third. Likely no shot at 2. Return throw is in time. How about that? Coming to the plate now, Trace Thompson. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Hit the other way out toward right field. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away. Here's Corey Seager. He popped out in his first trip.
Corey Seager.
Hard hit ball to second. And this is past to diving Phillips, a base hit. Into the box, Steve Pearce. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And here's a ball hit in the air. Iglesias into shallow center. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Now at the plate, Prince Barton. Lester sets. Here's the first pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Jay has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. In now is John Jay. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Center fielder, John Jay.
First pitch is a sinker for a called strike 1. Lifted the other way to left center. Gutierrez giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
The shortstop,
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Chris Bryant, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hit in the air out to left field. Hernandez waits on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Digging in, Franklin Gutierrez. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Center fielder.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Jay. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Stepping in, Justin Turner. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Turner.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Hayward moving to his left. 2 gone. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a swing and a third straight fly ball here should get him out of the inning. 1-2-3. Hayward is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch in. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
44. Anthony
swing and a line drive, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Fouled back. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Nobody out, runner on first. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning. Striding in once again, Jason Hayward. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2. Here it comes. 0-2. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. Now a 5-0 lead.
Second baseman number 4.
Digging in once again, Brandon Phillips. A hit in 2 tries so far. Gutierrez is after it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Ready for another chance? Howie Kendrick. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. That's inside. 2-0. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And the pitch on 2-1. This is flared out towards second. And that is through into center field. A base hit. Ready for another shot now. John Jay. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Now 2 runs have scored, and he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. So striding in, Jose Iglesias hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Thompson there to put it away, and finally stepping in and ready for another shot, Logan Forsythe. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. Line, but speared on a hop, and he's retired here, 1 away. Ready once again, Kike Hernandez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Line toward the alley and left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Trace Thompson digs in. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Fouled straight back.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding them on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
And he misses there, 1-2. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a liner. But this will be a foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. Started to go around, but it's a called third strike. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Third baseman, Chris
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at-bat, but he hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
So he got him swinging. Chris Bryant goes down for the first out in the 7th inning. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Tapper up the line, but it gets fouled. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Into the windup and the pitch.
Ben Zobrist.
This is on the ground over to first. And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. And he is out on the tag. Here's Jason Hayward now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Hayward.
Line drive snagged on a short hop. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Stepping in, Steve Pearce. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Designated hitter.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Prince Martin. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Franklin Gutierrez.
Hard on the ground towards short. And there's his first base hit in this one. Stepping up to the plate, Justin Turner. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Justin Turner.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Now Lester's 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Martin is on his way home. In to score, the runner from second. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Digging in, Logan Forsythe. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Line drive to center field. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. Standing in, Kike Hernandez. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 0-2 pitch. And a big strikeout there, and they'll leave a couple. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point.
Wilson Contreras.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. 1-2. Here it comes. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Forsythe trying to get there. Makes the play. 1 away. Digging in and looking for more. Brandon Phillips is looking for hit number 3 here in this at bat. And that misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Here's the 1-0 now to Phillips. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Phillips around first, heading for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night. Now at the plate, Howie Kendrick. He reached on an error and later scored his last time up. Looped out towards short, and that'll be the 2nd out. In now is John Jay. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Hernandez waits on it, and that ends the inning. Into the box now, Trace Thompson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Matt, this is getting a little ridiculous. That strike right there puts him at 90% of hitters he's thrown first pitch strike to. You do that, yeah, you're going to dominate lineups.
There to take it is the sure-handed Iglesias. 1 away.
Number 5, shortstop.
Digging in, Corey Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. There to play it is Phillips. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Striding into the box, Steve Pearce. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Hit down the third baseline. A dive, and he can't hang on. Throw not nearly in time, so despite the great effort, that'll go into the books as an infield single.
First baseman, number 9.
At the plate, Prince Barton. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. This is foul right side.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Hit back up the middle. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the ninth. Now in the box, Chris Bryant. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And there's a base hit as well as that's into center field. 2 straight hits to kick off the ninth. Iglesias rounds third and is digging for the plate. Digging in now, Anthony Rizzo. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Well hit to right, but foul. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hernandez on the move. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. Here's Ben Zobrist now, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. So coming to the plate, Jason Hayward. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Sinking line drive out to right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. So digging in now, Wilson Contreras. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Hit in the air to shallow center. Gutierrez sprinting after it. He tracks it down. Stepping into the box, Franklin Gutierrez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Rip down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. So striding forward now, Justin Turner. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ball one. High in the air out to center field. On the move is Jay. And that's the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. At the plate, Yasmani Grandal. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you get that ground ball double play. Make him chase it.
On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 11 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Dodgers, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please